Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Dom. Welcome to Dose of Dom Reacts. Today we have another video in the nutshell. Telling y'all, I am a fan. I've been subscribed. I got all the notifications on, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I still don't know how to say the name. If someone could break down this name, because I love this channel so much. If you love this channel, you should come here. Go to them first and give them a like I'm doing. And then come here and watch my reaction too, and just come chill with me, cause I got all the notifications. I'm doing all the videos because they just entertain me. I love it. Today we're gonna watch the day the dinosaurs died, minute by minute. Like I said, if you aren't subscribed, join me on this journey. Hit that like button and comment down below any video you want to hear me react to, or see me react to, I should say. Anything under 12 minutes. Let's get right into this one.
One of the greatest illusions in life is continuity. 66 million years ago, the continuity of the dinosaurs had been going on for around 165 million years already, and it didn't seem this would change anytime soon. The world was warm and pleasant, and most of the land was covered with lush forests and an incredible diversity of trees, flowers, ferns, and trillions of critters. Dinosaurs were ubiquitous and had diversified into hundreds of species of all shapes and sizes. Titanosaurs, large, gentle giants, shared the world with famous beasts like Tyrannosaurus rex or Edmontosaurus.
Big facts.
Pectinodon hunted in the undergrowth, while Edmontosaurus wandered coastlines and swamps. An ancient paradise, a world of plenty, full of life.
You know what that just shows you? That as humans, if these big old dinosaurs could live together, why can't we? Why can't we just live together and just work together and just, you know what I'm saying? If they could do it, we could do it. I had hope.
66 million years ago, maybe on a Tuesday afternoon, life was the same as it had been the day before, or 1,000 years before, or pretty much 1,000,000 years before.
Big facts.
Things were good for our feathered dinosaur buddies, until a tiny, tiny detail in the sky changed.
Uh-oh. Oh. Bro, I'm telling y'all, need to teach me how to say their name, bro, because I love this channel. Kurzgesagt. That's all I got. I don't know. Y'all gotta help me out.
If there were dinosaurs watching the stars, one night they may have noticed the appearance of a new star, a tiny dot that for many weeks slowly became bigger and brighter. Until one fateful day, it looked like another small moon in the night sky.
Oh, no.
And then it faded from sight as it dipped into Earth's shadow. For a few more hours, the illusion of continuity was upheld, until it was not anymore. In the morning, the object suddenly appears again, now almost as large as the sun in the sky and growing every moment, heading for the coast near the Yucatan Peninsula. It takes the asteroid only seconds to pass through the thin layer between space and the ground to make contact, as it enters the atmosphere at almost 60 times the speed of sound.
60 times?
Let's stop time. Here, we see the unnamed asteroid about to commit speciescide. Larger than Mount Everest, it reaches from the ocean high into the atmosphere, higher than passenger planes would fly millions of years later. At this moment, the world was one way. In a fraction of a second, it would be fundamentally different. Let's make the transition. As the asteroid hits the shallow ocean and the bedrock below, the energy of billions of nuclear weapons is released all at once as the asteroid vaporizes. A flash of light illuminates the sky as an eerie bright white sphere grows over the Gulf of Mexico. Bedrock melts into seething hot plasma at tens of thousands of degrees Celsius. The thermal radiation from the explosion travels at the speed of light and immediately burns everything within a radius of about 1,500 kilometers, while the energy from the impact pushes so hard against Earth's crust that it loses all strength and flows away from the impact site like a liquid, creating a hole 25 kilometers deep and 100 kilometers wide. The ocean is pushed back for hundreds of kilometers, like when a kid jumps into a puddle. As the crust bounces back,
like when a kid jumps in the puddle, my ass.
melted and flowing crust forms a temporary mountain stretching 10 kilometers into the sky. An incredible amount of material is blasted into the higher atmosphere or even out into space, as much as 60 times the original mass of the asteroid. The violence of the strike is felt everywhere on Earth within minutes. A magnitude 11 earthquake may be the most powerful quake any living thing has ever witnessed in billions of years. It is so insanely strong that in India it might have shaken gigantic lava fields and causes volcanic eruptions that would last for 30,000 years and cover half of the Indian subcontinent with lava.
30,000
Even on the side of Earth opposite
30,000 years?
the impact, the ground still moved by several meters. Nobody would sleep through this day. The gigantic explosion crashes against the atmosphere with unprecedented violence and causes a shockwave that reaches speeds of more than 1,000 kilometers per hour near the site of impact, similar to the hyperhurricanes on gas giants like Neptune. In Middle America, basically any soil, vegetation, or animal is just shredded into pieces and catapulted thousands of kilometers away. Now, the previously displaced oceans return. As the temporary mountain at the site of impact collapses, a ring of tsunamis as high as 1 kilometer, enough to cover all skyscrapers humans would ever build, heads in all directions. As they crash into the coasts of the continents surrounding the impact, they will drown thousands of kilometers of coastline. 15 hours later, some of the waves that get refracted around South America will still tower as much as 100 meters into the sky. But we still haven't talked about the worst thing yet. A lot of the debris yeeted into space will orbit Earth for thousands of years. Some may hit the Moon or even Mars. But most of it comes right back. When things fall through the atmosphere at such speeds, they get very hot, as in hundreds of degrees hot. And this happens to millions of tons of material everywhere. This rapidly heats up the atmosphere to insane temperatures. We don't know exactly how hot it got or how long this heat shock lasted, but there are two ideas here. Either the air was heated to hundreds of degrees for a few minutes, or to thousands of degrees for around 1 minute. In any case, the air became as hot as the inside of an industrial oven. How bad the global effects of this were is contested, but if enough heat reached the surface, a lot of plants and animals would have died very quickly if they couldn't bury themselves or escape into caves. The heat, together with raining debris, also may have ignited material on forest floors and sparked wildfires as the Earth rotated under the searing hot plume. In a few hours, massive wildfires were probably burning around the globe. Some of them may have lasted for months and turned Earth into a horrifying, hot, hellish version of itself. As the day of the impact draws to an end, many of the dinosaurs are already dead, but the worst is still to come. The gigantic plume of vaporized material reaches the upper atmosphere and spreads around the whole globe. Together with the soot from the burning planet and the aerosols generated at impact, the planet sinks into a deep darkness, with only the remaining raging fires illuminating the scenery. Whatever plants survive the firestorms will now be starved for sunlight as global photosynthesis is temporarily shut down. Within days, temperatures crash as much as 25 degrees Celsius. The oceans were especially hard hit. The lack of sunlight killed over 90% of plankton, which form the basis of the food web of marine life. Ultimately, this would kill off the large marine reptiles and ammonites that used to dominate the seas. The biosphere the survivors now find themselves in is like an alien landscape. Ash, debris, and the burned remains of the formerly lush and blooming life cover the ground. The sky is dark, and it's cold, and fresh food is scarce, while fungi thrive. For months and years, the planet will be a hostile and deadly place. The sudden global winter will last for decades. At least
Boy say, I gotta eat my cousin, man. I gotta eat my cousin to survive.
75% of all species on Earth will just vanish from existence. And so, as the day ends, the world is suddenly different. The continuity that went on for millions of years is no more. The era of the dinosaurs is over, just like that. Eventually, from the ashes of the old world, survivors emerged. Birds that are the direct descendants of the dinosaurs and mammals that would eventually become the dominant animals on the planet. Without the asteroid, who knows what life on Earth would look like today?
Boy, it'd be crazy.
Without the sudden disruption of dinosaur continuity that completely changed the planet and all life on it, we might have never had the opportunity to become what we are today.
At all.
It's not clear how long the human era will last. So far, modern humans have been around for 0.1% of the time the dinosaurs were. And in this short amount of time, we've achieved impressive feats, from making the world our own to reaching space and splitting the atom. Yet our future and our long-term survival are not a given. If we're not careful, it could end in an instant, like the age of the dinosaurs ended. But in contrast to them, we know that our continuity is fragile, even if it doesn't feel like it.
Oh, it is.
We can be prepared and be vigilant and hopeful. If we're lucky, our journey will go on for a long, long time. Speaking of journeys, we want to address something in the spirit of transparency.
Okay, before they get to theirs, because I haven't seen this. This is apparently it's important information at the end. But I just want to say, like, I love how, like, the outcome, like, yeah, it's so, like, death. But at the end of every video, it's like, you gotta stay positive, you know? And that's what that's really, like, that's the message I want to spread. Like, you gotta be positive. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be smart and vigilant, too. You can't be positive and be just running out here doing stupid stuff. You gotta be positive, smart, vigilant. Like, you gotta be everything. And all of y'all can do that, too. We got this. If dinosaurs could go 165 million years, I think we could do about 300 million years. I think if we save this Earth, we could do about 300 million years. I'm just saying.
Kurzgesagt has changed in the last 2 years. We've become more than a YouTube channel or animation studio, and now also run a paper shop that sells hundreds of thousands of calendars, posters, and notebooks.
I gotta get some merch.
That's not a happy accident. Many of us have a background in graphic design.
I gotta get some merch.
Paper products are our roots, and we actually started out creating posters, books, and print infographics. We love that you can touch them, smell them, nerd about small details and printing techniques. Just like the channel, we started small and without great ambition. Step by step, we found the right printers and papers, learned about shipping, and expanded our shop. We put a huge amount of research, love, and hours into it, because this is the only way we know how to do things.
Big facts.
We don't just want to make generic merch, we want to make things that fit our mission of making science exciting and creating beautiful things. Things that persist and are made with high quality and love. Our shop gives us another outlet to do this, and as a nice side effect, has turned into our main source of income for everything we do on this channel, which also keeps us independent and our videos free for everyone.
Big facts, independence,
so
baby.
we want to build further on that and create more things that last. We've just started a new notebook line called Pocket Log that we'll expand on in the future. The first edition is a dinosaur-themed collection that will hopefully serve a future paleontologist well. There are loads of plans for sciencey stuff, more journals and calendars and infographics. Let us know what you would like us to make for your room, kids, classrooms, and yourself. In the end, the things we do work because you like them, and because you enable us to put thousands of hours into videos and hundreds of hours into posters and journals. Thank you so much for that. We're looking forward to making fun, sciencey stuff for you, no matter.
Big facts, y'all. Yo, don't just subscribe to them, and then subscribe to me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. I love their videos. I'm just gonna keep reacting. I got all notifications on, just like you should on this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. For watching. Join my little fam here. You know what I'm saying? We're small now, but my vision is, I got a big vision, y'all. I got a big vision, and I need y'all for that vision. All I need y'all to do is watch my video, like, comment, and subscribe. That's it. And I try to keep them under about 15, 16 minutes altogether. So I appreciate y'all again. I love y'all. Don't take that for granted. I love y'all. See you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Deuces.